I don't think it takes a genius to realize that Terraria has a lot of weapons. And looking strictly at hard mode melee weapons, their effectiveness can range quite a bit. You got some weapons that are really damn good, some that are just kind of mediocre, and some... And then there's that one. You know, that one weapon that stands out from the rest. A completely unique and just freaking awesome weapon that you gravitate towards time and time again. And of course, everyone has their favorite weapon, but in this video, I want to talk about a weapon that I love on a personal level. The Shadowflame Knife. I really like the Shadowflame Knife, and it's without a doubt my go-to early hard mode weapon of choice almost 90% of the time I play. But I'm not just going to sit here and gush about it for the entire video. I'm going to explain why I think this weapon is so good. Starting with its stats, the Shadowflame Knife deals a base damage of 38, which is actually a little bit lower than other early hard mode melee weapons like the Beam Sword, Breaker Blade. Heck, even the Knight's Edge beats it out by a whole 2 damage. But just, hold on, I'm getting there, alright? In my opinion, what the Shadowflame Knife excels in the most is its sheer versatility. The Shadowflame Knife is not a normal melee weapon, it's a knife. And instead of stabbing or swinging it, you throw it in a similar way to the magic dagger. This already gives it a major advantage over other melee weapons, since you no longer need to be up close and personal with an enemy in order to deal damage to them. Now, you could say that this doesn't technically classify as a melee weapon. I mean, you are throwing it after all. And I have actually seen a few, not many, but I have seen a few people arguing that it should be a mage weapon instead of a melee weapon. If you happen to hold this opinion, please refer to the number down below. One of my assistants will be with you shortly. Anyways, this thing doesn't just have range as its main advantage. It also has other unique gimmicks that help it out as well. One really obvious aspect of the Shadowflame Knife is that it inflicts Shadowflame. Duh. And it's actually only one of 4 weapons that inflict the Shadowflame debuff by default. The other 3 being the Shadowflame Bow, the Shadowflame Hexdoll, and the Dark Lance. The Shadowflame Bow and Dark Lance are both really good in their own right, and honestly deserve a video of their own at some point. And the Hexdoll is one of my favorite weapons when it comes to just the sheer awesomeness of its attack, but I haven't really been able to put it into good enough practice, probably because I suck ass despite how long I've been playing this game. But going back to the Shadowflame Knife, the debuff it inflicts can actually be stacked with other flame debuffs. This means that you can use the Shadowflame Knife with Frost Armor, a Flask of Cursed Flames, and either a Fire Gauntlet or Magma Stone, and receive the benefits from all of it. I don't think I need to tell you that that's a lot of damage over time, which can really help against certain bosses and enemies. And as if it couldn't get any better, the Shadowflame Knife can also bounce off of 2 enemies, dissipating when it hits the 3rd one. So when it comes to dealing with multiple enemies, this thing has you covered as well. A ranged melee weapon that deals decent damage, attacks really fast, inflicts a powerful debuff, and can hit multiple targets. All in all, this just seems like a slam dunk of a weapon, and for the most part, it is. The only problem I really see with it is the fact that you need to fight a goblin army in order to obtain it, which is something I've neglected to mention up until this point. To obtain the Shadowflame Knife, you need to kill a goblin warlock, and the chance of it dropping depends on your difficulty. 16.7% on classic, and 33.3% on everything else. This is kind of an unfortunate hurdle that you just kind of have to jump over, but I do think it is worth it. For as many benefits as the Shadowflame Knife gives you, I am willing to get a little frustrated grinding for it. Plus, I mean, the goblin army isn't really that hard to deal with anyway, but that's just personal opinion. It's just a good weapon, and honestly, if you haven't used it, I'd say you probably should, because I don't really seem to see a whole lot of people talking about this weapon, and that just makes me really sad, because I definitely think it needs the attention. Alright, so little interjection here before I end the video. I just want to say how thankful I am for the support I've been receiving, especially in regards to my hard mode or swords video. That video got a lot more views than I was expecting it to get, and a large majority of the interactions on that video were very positive, which just makes me very happy. There were some criticisms, but to be honest with you, I kind of expected that. That video was just really supposed to be a filler video for something else that I've now kind of just scrapped entirely. So in the most crude way possible, I kind of just squirted it out into the aether and hoped for the best. And yeah, it did pretty well. I remember telling myself that when I started this channel, if I could hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year, then I would be pretty happy. And Shoot, well that got cleared, huh? If my expectations were the equivalent of a grandma going 45 miles per hour on the highway, what I ended up getting is a Dodge Challenger speeding past it. I know it may seem like I'm gushing a little too much over only 200 subscribers, but to tell you the truth, every person that gives my videos the time out of their day is amazing, and I appreciate it all. So yeah, thanks. That's really all I gotta say. I'm still working on my bullets video, so expect that sometime in the future. I'm not really sure when. I'm pretty terrible at writing scripts, so it may be a little while, but only time will truly tell. But anyways, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it funny or informative, and above all else, I hope that by watching this video, I made your day just a little bit better. Anyways, y'all, until next time, this is the Texas Bandit, signing out.